Hi there. It is my 13th story and wrapping up the gathering room with the story of Heidi, me, dear reader. Heidi, I am all. I am that I am. I am that. Have you ever noticed that by moving one comma, you change that saying? I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I know who I am. Dear reader, I have shared all of these lives. Their lessons are mine. They are my archetypes. This is some of my deep work, the kind of work that we are all here to do. We just let ourselves be distracted so as not to disturb the delicate balance. We live in the illusions of our own making. Just like George, I hid from the love within, trapped in pain so great, I thought that was all that I was. Out of habit, I became an addict of my emotions, similar to Katie, until I realized I could choose a habit I liked. I have gone through the process of changing all of my life like Daniel. After great loss brought me to my knees, I gave my attention and energy to finding truth and transforming into a truth seeker in every now moment. Gamilla played the victim until she found her freedom. I too faced the choice to take responsibility for my participation and perspective I was living from. I played the child, blaming one of the opposite sex, and then lashed out at all of that gender, as Patrick did. I prostituted my standards of decency to myself in my dedication to a collective belief system in many ways like Ian. Similar to Anu, I felt shame of my body staying separate and untouchable. Magnus knew rage that was based in his righteous anger. He discovered that within him was the same possible expression, what we might title a monster. I too understand what it is like to no longer trust myself. I remember living like Angie, giving endlessly and ignoring myself for so long. I became sick and so very unhappy until I discovered self-love. The lesson of Winston trying to rescue everyone, then discovering that the actions had discouraged instead of giving the help needed. That focus on others resulted in neglect of self. Like Nomi, my life lessons came very early, and I spiraled into sadness so great I felt lost within a world of cruelty and neglect. The lessons that come from men desiring me when they should not changed my life in similar ways to Hilda. Like all of them, I discovered that suffering was not what I wanted my legacy to be. I think my biggest lesson, my life lesson, is about living from a place where I have wanted to save the world. It was my duty, a product of my birth family's religion. I have pushed my newest understanding on whoever might be around me at the time. My mind is like a bulldog with a bone, savoring every new discovery and wanting to share its brilliance with others. I saw so many withholding their wisdom, and it was selfish and cowardly, perpetuating the fear that is in control of our world. The lesson of waiting to be asked before I share has been a stubborn habit to change. I had to accept that my path is not for everyone, that they get their own. They will find their answers. I no longer feel I need to save the world, but instead save myself, which will in turn help save the world. This was a hard lesson for one so unworthy, as I had come to believe myself to be. My unworthiness was proven thousands of times in the outside world, a result of the words and actions of myself and others, a difficult mountain to surmount. So, how do I save myself from all those habits born from a dark program? After processing all of my misunderstandings, I have come to see myself in a more complete way. One of my teachers was asked, "What is evil?" His response was to ask if what happened to Yeshua in his last days would be considered as evil. Everyone present agreed that the treatment of Yeshua was indeed evil. Then my teacher pointed out what Yeshua's last words were. "Forgive them, Father. They know not what they do." So my answer was given. Ignorance, the essence of evil. So I looked with those eyes and said to myself, "Forgive me, Father, Mother. I know not what I do." When others continued on a path I could no longer travel, I reminded myself, "Forgive them, Father. They know not what they do." So it came down to forgiveness, and I resisted this truth until I could no longer stand the persistence that resistance perpetuates. Forgiveness has now proven to free me like no other understanding has. A wonderful family counselor showed me years ago that forgiveness is for self, and I have proven that to myself countless times. I could not be free of my dysfunctions until I forgave each and every infraction others have presented for me over and over again. This has been quite a journey, and I had to accept how we all have limited capacities. To stay in the love frequency is my desire and challenge, and I can only do this when I stay consciously present, and I am certainly a work in progress. I have been presented with the first mantra that has ever inspired me and brought results. May all that does not serve me leave me. Once the messes of confusion left my life, I realized I needed to add a bit more to the mantra. May all that serves me be with me. Okay, now we're in business. It is still a bit new to me, and each human interaction helps me to better allow myself to be of love as I participate. Being a work in progress is what I understand Earth School to be about, not some destination of achieved perfection. Once a human is able to hold enough light, we get to ascend out of the lessons of the Earth School cycles. Therefore, everyone here is working on their shadows, their hidden fears. I was judging myself so harshly for any infraction that did not follow the right path. I had to find what was right after seeing so much that was wrong. But to live from love is all I wish to do now. Each day is a new day to hone my new spiritual tools and talents. That is what I'm doing here, honing my skills so that I can be a stronghold of the light of love on our beautiful blue planet. And so it is.